Hello everyone, Ranjita here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 10 of Crafty December and the prompt is pattern paper. As always, don't forget to check out Upcycle by Mansa to see her take on this prompt. You will find the links to Mansa's channel and details about Crafty December in the description below. Since today's prompt is pattern paper, I am going to show you how to make a perpetual calendar with very minimal supplies. This is a very beginner's tutorial and even a non-crafter can make one for themselves. So let's get started. So first I am starting with a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of white cardstock here. This will be the base of my calendar. I am folding this 12-inch by 12-inch card base into half. Make sure that your edges align well and you are creasing very carefully, and also you are reinforcing your crease very well. Once I have done that, I am taking one side of it and again folding into half. So this way I will have a crease at 3 inches and 6 inches along one of the sides. So our base is done. Now I am taking the pattern paper and I am cutting it into 2.5 inches squares. That is, I will be having small squares of pattern paper that measures 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Since today's prompt is pattern paper, I am using this pattern paper. However, you can totally alternatively use any supplies that are available at your home. For example, for the card base, you can use old wedding cards or old book covers that are hard and sturdy enough. And for the pattern paper, you can always use gift wrappers or any printed sheets that are available from magazine cutouts or old calendars and old books as well. So the choice is entirely yours. You really do not have to have all sorts of fancy supplies to make some craft for your house. You can start off with whatever basic minimal supplies that are available lying around your house. So here I am done cutting all my 2.5 by 2.5 inches squares. I am taking 12 pieces of watercolor paper. These will be for the months of the year. And then I am taking 21 pieces of pattern paper. These will be for the days of the month and also for the dates of the month. Since all the pieces are ready, now it is time to write down our numbers. So here I am just taking a fine liner pen and I am writing out all my numbers here. Alternatively, you can take printouts of numbers if you do not want to write it, or if you are a stamper and a card maker, you can stamp these numbers out of clear stamps. I am showing a very simple way of how you can start and finish this calendar with very minimal supplies that will be available in every household. Also, I am showing it in a very simple way because I want kids also to make one for themselves. They can have it as their desktop calendar or they can have it as a mini planner as well. So here what I am doing is I am just taken a fine tip pen and I am writing all the numbers according to the dates on each paper. So in the first set you will have 4 pieces which says 0, 1, 2 and 3. These will be the digits for the date of the calendar. And in the second set you will have 0 to 9. And in the third set you will have the days of the month, that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So these all together will be 21 pieces. I have taken 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. You do not have to take the exact measurements, but I'm just showing you just a technique of how you can make a perpetual calendar. So you can vary the size of your pattern paper, you can vary the size of your card base, everything. So as you can see here, I have 4 pieces in the first slot and then I have 10 pieces in the second slot and 7 pieces in the third slot. Now let's go ahead and make the months of the year. For making the cards for months of the year, I have cut out such watercolor paper cards here. These are of the same measurement as well. So now I am very loosely doodling some watercolor florals here. These are very generic florals. Like I told you, my whole motto of making this video was to show you how simple it is to make a calendar. So you can complicate it as much as you want. For example, here I am using these watercolor florals as my months of the year. Alternatively, you can take printouts of your family photos and you can have one photo for each month. Then that would be a very personalized calendar for you. Or you can take printouts of some very good motivational quotes and have a quote for each month of the year. So the choice is entirely yours and you can get as creative as you want. As of now, here I am just doodling some very loose watercolor flowers. These are very generic flowers. I'm sure I don't know the names of these flowers because I'm just experimenting with different colors and different forms of flowers. The whole motto of this video was I wanted you to make a calendar for yourself, even if you are a non-crafter and you have very minimal supplies at home. So I am also giving you alternatives of what you can do in case if you do not have the supplies that I am using in the video. So like I said, instead of pattern paper, you can always use gift wrapper or paper from magazines, or even plain brown paper would do well. Similarly, I am doodling loose watercolor florals here for the months of the year. Alternatively, you can take printouts of photographs, or you can take printouts of good quotes, or you can even cut out good quotes from magazines. Kids can even cut out their favorite cartoon character images from magazines and so on. So the creativity is endless. You can make it as customized as you want. In fact, kids can make a bunch of these in no time and gift it to their near and dear. So here are the watercolors that I have painted. Very easy, simple and loose watercolor florals I have done here, just to show you that it is not really very difficult to make one calendar for yourself. So now that my florals are dry and nice, I am going to quickly take a fine liner pen. Here I am using a Faber-Castell pen and I am just writing down the names of the months of the year. You can again, I am giving you more examples. Here I am hand lettering them. In case if you're not really very confident of writing it neatly and aesthetically, you can always cut out months from your old calendar and paste it here, or you can stamp them here, or you can again take out printouts and then cut it here. This is the best time to reuse your old calendars and give a new life to them. This is why I am teaching you how to make a perpetual calendar. That is, you can use this calendar for any year, irrespective of whichever year it is. You can use it again and again every year and you do not have to trash it out so that the year is over. So here, as you can see, I am done writing the months of my year here. Very simple. I am not using any fancy supplies. I am using only the basic supplies that are available almost in every household. So here I am done writing out all the numbers for all the dates and all the days of the week and months of the year. That is all you need to make your own calendar. Here I have handwritten and hand drawn everything. Like I told you, you can use your creativity and alternate it with whatever choice you have available. So our base is ready. Now I am going to take such rings here. These are binder rings. You can find them in any stationery store. And I am just marking my marking a place where I need to hole. Once I have made a hole on one of them, I am going to transfer the hole by aligning it with the other papers, and I am going to punch out holes on all the cards and all the pattern papers that I have made here. One thing you need to make sure while you're punching holes is that you need to align these cards properly, otherwise you're going to mess up your holes. The holes will not be aligning at the end and it's going to become very difficult for you to assemble your calendar. So while punching holes, make sure that your holes are aligned properly to give a neat aesthetic look to your calendar. I have punched holes on all the papers. Now I am arranging the papers on the card base here, and I am just trying to align them roughly, leaving equal distance between each paper. I am just eyeballing it here. If you are a perfectionist, then you can measure and mark your places well. Now that I have punched holes on the papers, I am aligning it on the card base, and I am marking the holes through the papers onto the card base. So this is where we have to punch holes on the card base. Once I have marked it, I am going ahead and punching the hole. While punching, make sure that your card base is folded and you punch through both the layers of the card base. That is, your hole should be through both the layers of the card base. Once I am done punching holes on the card base, I am going to use these rings, and I am going to insert all the papers into the ring and through the card base. This will bring our calendar together, and it is so easy to make this calendar. All you need to do is just assemble the days in an order. Here it is very important for you to make sure that you are putting them in the correct order, otherwise you will end up again removing it and you have to assemble it again. So it is best if you take a little caution and align them properly and put them in the proper sequence. So here, as you can see, very easily I have made a perpetual calendar with just basic supplies that are easily available. Even kids or non-crafters can also make an attempt in doing some calendar like this. You can also gift it to your loved ones. Easy, isn't it? I really liked today's project. I hope you liked it too. You can see the close-up images of the finished project here. Very simple and easy project anyone can do. I'm all set for the coming new year. I hope you will be all ready too by making your own calendar. In case if you make one following this tutorial, make sure you share it with me. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done it yet, kindly consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content. And also don't forget to watch out the entire playlist of Crafty December. The link is in the description below. And do follow me on my social media. I share more crafty inspiration there. Thank you.